What's up everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time we made our way from the Bionis Wrist here to the Mechonis Sword, and now we finally, well, basically just made our way here onto Mechonis. And so, there's the Bionis behind us. Well, can't exactly see the Mechonis. Well, I guess you kind of can, just a little bit. It's like the head or whatever that is over there. But yeah, we're now finally made it to the Mechonis. I don't know why I can't speak. This is absolutely incredible. Reading is great. But it is now our mission to head off towards Galahad Fortress in hopes of finding Fiora. And I do believe right over there to our left, we can actually see some remnants from the Battle of Sword Valley about a year ago. Yeah, this is an old Hum's weapon there that was used in the battle. Same thing, here's just an old destroyed Mechon that's no longer functioning. And so yeah, let's get started. So as you can see, this place looks pretty linear, you know. And so, you know, this game obviously in and of itself isn't very linear. And I guess, well, this is Ged Fortress, by the way, I guess, right in front of us. I guess, you know, Valak Mountain also didn't seem to, or it seemed somewhat linear. You just head down like a giant arm or whatever. But in actuality, you know, obviously you can see it wasn't very linear either. There was a whole bunch of different branching pathways that we could have taken. And the same thing goes here for the Mechonis Sword. Obviously this is a sword, you think it'd be one straight line. Yeah, that's not true. So, first things first, you saw that giant gate right there blocking our path. If we walk in here and hit the gate lock release, so that it releases that lock up there for that gate. And so we can head out here, and first of all, grab this item orb, because there's a collectopedia for this area as well, obviously. And then we can head up here. This is the 6th gate, get a little bit of experience. And then open up the gate, and then with the poor collision of the gate, you can see I can run on nothing, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the collision here isn't quite right. Now, you can see I could, you know, walk forward and whatnot, and continue along that path and whatever. And that's actually what I did on my very first playthrough this area. I just ran through the bottom of the sword. Yeah, but this area is definitely not linear at all. In fact, here's a tunnel you can take right over here. And in fact, right through here, we're going to have our first instance of Mechon on Mechonis. So, let's give them a warm welcome. Alright. Now, I do think that, yeah, everybody should be able to do damage. Ricky's doing damage. Melia's auto attack won't do enough damage, but her any of her arts and things like that, I don't actually need to use an enchant here. I do want to show that off though. Yeah, so but even Melia's arts are only going to do half damage, so that's one kind of issue with this area, I guess. Who's got the aggro, by the way? Oh, it's definitely Ricky. I forgot I got all those gems on him that are causing that. Well, I killed both of them. Whoa, Shoka's doing a whole lot of damage. This is kind of crazy, and well, this guy's done too, so that's sweet. Yeah, but at least Shulk and Ricky are going to be able to do tons and tons of damage while making our way through this area. Now, Melia, obviously, her auto attack does 1 damage. That's fine. And her ether arts do half damage. But with the upped ether gems and things like that, I think she actually probably does a little bit more, so we're not in too bad of shape. And we should be just fine. Obviously, that battle wasn't too difficult. The enemies were slightly underleveled from us anyway. And so that's partially to explain for what happened. But yeah, so now, as you can see, we are actually on top of the 6th gate here. It's, yeah, pretty cool. And we can pretty much make our entire way through the Mechonis Sword area by way of, like, just these platforms and things like that, which is super, super cool if you ask me. I just think it's really cool that you can actually, like, take this area that seems so linear and travel upon these girders. And I didn't even realize that until after I had already completed my first playthrough. And by the way, yes, that's a enemy. Oh, I got scared there for a second that I had fallen on. Yeah, that's an enemy, the M104 Fortress unit. I'll just say, guys are a pain to fight. They're super difficult. I just wouldn't recommend it. I would just recommend running past them if you can, or you can follow along like me, if you'd like, to head this way through the area, which to me is actually a lot more fun. So, and uh-oh, I just fell off, didn't I? Indeed I did. So we're taking, not this route. We're definitely going to go up and around, avoiding all these guys. Hopefully avoiding that fortress unit, as it's probably making its way back this way. Indeed it is. But there are also multiple ways you can get back up on top of these platforms, so you should be just fine. And these guys should ignore me, if I'm correct. Yes, and I think I need to head down to this side, because here is the entrance to the next little area. You can check your map always if you want to learn a little bit more about where we're going. But yeah, and since I've actually never traveled this route myself in a playthrough, I want to do it myself. You can see there's an easy deposit right up here, but it's kind of stuck behind this little gate. So yeah, the game's being a little bit mean to us, sticking the thing kind of behind a gate. So we'll have to figure out some way to reach that a little bit later. But yeah, now we're on top of the 5th gate. And we don't have to open it. Yeah, we can just simply head on over time. This is an offensive Mechon Plus. I think we can go right by this guy without him even seeing us, which should be just great. Indeed, we can. Sweet. Now, there is something I do want to mention. The Makana's Sword area, I think that's actually the name of this area, isn't it? Or Sword Valley. Yeah, I guess, obviously. Sword Valley is a unique area in that you can only come here at certain points in the story, and eventually, you know, after a certain point, we won't be able to, well, yeah, we won't be able to come back here for at least a little while, or we'll only be able to access this area for a little bit. You know, as the story progresses, we'll be locked out of coming here, and so I definitely want to make sure that I take care of any and all quests while we are here. And this is Dolgan Outpost, but I want to make sure we take care of any unique monsters and quests like that out here. And this is secure Dolgan Outpost. We need to defeat Prudent Person, great name, here inside of this little area. So it's a little bit of a surprise quest that we can take care of. See if we can get a break. Now, no one has a topple art. Ricky has a forced topple art. And he actually got it off. Sweet. And I can get a Shaker Edge. Get a Daze going. Why not a Buster? Ooh, excellent damage. Let's see if Ricky can draw the aggro. But yeah, so we're not going to have access area for this a little while. So I want to make sure that we take care of any and all unique monsters. And things like that while we head through this area. Make sure we discover everything that we can while we're here, which... and yeah, here's another gate release, or lock release, by the way, for the next gate. Though, obviously, if you can't tell by the way we've been going through this area, I won't be making use of. But I just wanted to show that it was here, I guess. But yeah, I definitely won't be making use of that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Well, that was bad. So this guy got the attention of these Mechon, and so now we're fighting all these guys at one time. But yeah, that's Prudent Persons over there. If you get caught in a situation like this, you can either A, run away and come back as you take care of one enemy at a time, or you can just focus on the weaker ones first, like I'm doing. In fact, that was actually pretty easy. We use the chain attack here on this guy. Try to not focus on the Prudent Person if possible. Alright, we're going to use Spear Break here. We'll use Sneaky. And actually, that was it. Yeah, just low affinity between these guys isn't helping. Did get a break off. I don't know when. Ooh, Art Seal. Thank you, Melia. That's going to help us quite a lot. But another Monado Art. And yeah, now we're getting to the fight with Prudent Person, so let's go. Uh-oh. I didn't even realize I was that low on health. But sure, alright. Uh-oh, now Melia's drawing the aggro here. Which I guess is kind of good for me because I can get, some attacks in. Break Screw, that's gonna take out Melia. How is she drawing aggro like that, though? I need to try to do a lot of damage here. Alright, see now I'm drawing the aggro. And he's gonna attack me instead. Yeah, I'd rather get attacked myself. Melia, you're gonna have to stop drawing aggro. Alright, we got a daze off there. Sweet. Now we'll do slit edge here. Sneaky, come on, get another attack. Oh no. I should have increased the daze then, maybe. Oh, that did a ton of damage. Wow, we almost got the entire party gauge built back up. Now, Ricky, why are you not drawing the aggro? I don't want to revive her while my health is still low. Yeah, I kind of want to... Melia, I'm sorry. Just because I don't want to go down. Alright, now that my health is kind of back up. And there we go. Sweet. A little late there, but oh well, whatever. And thanks for the yoink, Ricky. I guess. And those might be good items. I'm not sure. We'll check them out at a later point. And there should be an ether crystal deposit. Yeah, right over here. But with that done, that was that surprise quest done and dusted. Yeah, I remember this area on my first playthrough. Okay, so I was the silly little me about, you know, whenever I started this game. So honestly, it was actually about a year ago. Well, not quite a year ago, actually. My very first playthrough of this game. Yeah, it's really not been that long, but as soon as I finished, I knew I had to let's play it. But all that being said, I went through this entire area on the ground floor. I was not very good at exploring, going through these areas and things like that. So I never saw any of this stuff here, and I greatly regret it, I would say. Yeah, it kind of pains me that I never explored this the first time, but I do like there are a lot of item orbs in these areas, and so it's kind of rewarding us for taking these higher routes. And by the way, here's that ether crystal deposit we saw earlier. They should have some pretty good crystals. I know there's more. I think there's still only level 3 gems, or crystals, I guess, that'll turn into level 3 gems, or level 4 if we're lucky. But that's pretty much about it. We still haven't seen any level 4 crystals yet, or possibly even level 5. We've only seen one level 5 gem, and gems go all up to level 6. There are no level 6 crystals because obviously you use level 5 gems, or crystals, with going into superheat to create level 6 gems. A lot of these guys here, and no reason to fight them if we don't get spotted. Might as well avoid them if we can. Plus, I'm like, not really over leveled, but obviously kind of, as all the enemies are either won't attack me if they see me, or they have blue portraits, so I'll try to avoid fighting if at all possible. And I think for this area, in order to get where we need to go, yeah, we have to go kind of all the way up and around, which isn't, you know, terrible. And yeah, here's the 4th gate. You also may notice that there are barely any skip travel points. Mostly these outposts are going to be your skip travel points, and other than that, you're kind of just stuck wandering through this area. So especially if you're heading on the bottom floor and you're fighting a lot of these tougher enemies, like obviously like these fortress units are pretty tough, and you may not want to fight them, and I, you know, obviously totally understand that because that's a pain. And also you can see we're scooping quite a big portion of the map here by going through here, and we end up kind of close to another area. This is the ether storage area, and I want to head all the way down here first of all because there's an ether crystal deposit down this way. And actually, yeah, we're already close to Galahad Fortress. This is pretty crazy, actually. Still, all that being said, I kind of forgot what I was talking about, I'm not gonna lie. Other than just, I went through the entire area on the bottom floor my first playthrough, fought all the enemies, and had a pretty tough time. Those, not having very many skip travel points, that's what I was talking about. Made it a very long trek for me, because I would end up dying and having to go all the way back to like the last skip travel point and then run all the way back with all the enemies having respawned, which was not great to say the least. Alright, so there's another orb down here. Let me grab this. And it seems as if we're coming up on another outpost of sorts. You can stick another little fortress down over there. And we can enter this one from the top floor, which is nice. Still more like item orbs, which is really nice. They're kind of I think there's actually a lot more on the ground even still, but we're still getting a pretty good reward for exploring up here. Not to say that we're probably doing as well as if we took in the long route, but hey, you know what? And yeah, this is the Analda control base, and if we get close enough, obviously there's another surprise quest. Take care of the Mechon leader that is inside the base, and we will get a reward. So yeah, still one Mechon inside that we can fight. Hopefully the guy inside shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. I mainly wanted to run on the outside here. Are you going to run towards me? No, but you are kind of strong, so I think I'd rather like to avoid you if at all possible. Okay, well now I'm trapped here, which is fantastic. I didn't realize that guy was gonna plop up behind me, so looks like we're fighting one of these guys, and I guess it's gonna be you. Alright, well that wasn't too difficult. Ooh, Cloud Cutlass. Yeah, pretty sweet. I also do want to mention that you can sometimes get some like anti-mechon weapons from different enemies. Now, granted, the Cloud Cutlass isn't one of those. They will specifically be outlined as an anti-mechon weapon. But you can get some anti-mechon weapon, and some that are even better sometimes than the ones you got from Dixon that you paid a bunch of. Ooh, hello. That was a rare crystal. I'll take it. That's for sure. What's out here? Nothing but some high-level enemies and stuff. Anything over here? No, just more enemies. There is this. I don't think that was the entrance I would have taken. Are you coming this way? I'm gonna go back outside, but that sound unit, covert killer, yeah, that's the one I'm worried about. Just barely avoided it. Sweet. Alright, I'll take it. Because having that guy come down here and alert these guys below us is definitely a pain. It's, yeah, not too fun. But yeah, and this is actually the guy we need to fight right here. Tranquil Morax. I don't know why you're coming into the fight to alert folks who already know about our presence, but whatever. So let's take care of this guy, I guess. I also forgot what I was saying, like, again, so that's, like, pretty cool, I guess. Okay, you're thinking that would have gotten the, oh my gosh, Ricky's taking so much damage. Holy cow. Ricky, you've got to heal. Okay, definitely try not to spam arts. Ooh. Ricky, please. Melia. Uh-oh, this is not good. Now we definitely can't do a chain attack. Okay, this fight's not going very well at all. I forgot what I was saying, but honestly, I don't even think it matters at this point. And oh, did I level up Monato's shield? I don't even think I did. I don't think I've upped Monato's shield enough. No, I didn't. I forgot to mention, and even forgot to do it myself, that when you enter this area, you want to make sure Monato's shield is at level 6. Maybe we can still take care of this guy. I'm just trying to ignore the other guys for now, if I can. I need to heal myself more than anything. Someone's been toppled. I don't know who, but hey, I'll take it, I guess. A break here is going to be great. I can continue to revive Ricky. But not a buster. Come on, we're so close. I'm probably going to wait till, yeah, I go down and Ricky can revive me. Oh, I actually got a Banana Buster off somehow. There's a vision, and I'm already dead almost anyway. Can I heal myself, please? Melia, get up, please. We need you here. Uh-oh. And, well, that's... Oh, I was so close, too! I'll be back. Before going back, though, I recommend you level up Monato's shield. I spent way too many things on Shulk's other arts that I forgot about his Monato arts, and subsequently don't have the ability to upgrade Monato's shield to level 6. Sweet. Cool. Alright. Yeah, this is all absolutely perfect, so, you can alert them to my presence, pal. I'm not gonna actually let you do that. I'm gonna fight this guy. I'll be right back. Alright, so that's done. This may not be the best party for this. Ricky just doesn't have a whole lot of defense. Maybe I should just switch around my gems a little. He's got a lot of spike and aggro up gems, but maybe his defense could be... Well, he's got a lot of defense. Well, he's got less defense than even Melia does. Holy cow. Poor little Ricky has, like, no defense. Forget strength. I'm gonna give him some physical protect gems. That's on Melia. Or I could just give him some, you know, HP up gems. Maybe just increase his overall HP. But even then, I still don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, in fact, let me see if I can find some, like, muscle up gems. What do I have physical protect? Is that, like, only at the beginning of a fight, I think, that Melia has on it? Let me double check this. Where was it at? Here it is. Yeah, it activates, reduces physical damage by 28% at the start of a battle. Which is also really good for Ricky, because Melia's not going to draw a lot of aggro. At least, I don't think. You know what? No, we're gonna go back in. I think I can do it this time. I was close enough this last time. I was hoping not to drag. This time, though, I think I may focus on these guys first. So everybody focus on the two weaker android units. And, oh, wow. I think if we can take these guys out, we'll be just fine. And I'm going to skip this since we've already fought this guy one time. And I'll meet you guys back here when I'm done. And there we go. That was way too close again. Remember next time to remember to level up my Monato arts. Actually, now I might actually have the opportunity to. And that was another weapon for Dunban. Hold on a second. I do actually want to check that out. It's not nearly as good. And it's not an anti-mechon weapon. No, it is not. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I wish you could tell which ones were and like weren't, but oh well, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but yeah, that was way too close. Now, real quick, I do actually want to check. Can I level up the Monato arts? No. I will make sure to do that at the next available opportunity. Because that was way too close, and that should never happen again. But anyway, I actually do want to touch this little gate lock release. And you'll see it unlocks that gate way over there. We actually didn't go that direction, but also we don't want to head that direction quite yet. That's actually the third gate, so you see we saw the fourth gate before making our way here, I guess. It's probably the better word for it. But we don't head there quite yet because there's a pretty powerful enemy behind there. And it's actually not the way towards our next objective. Obviously, you'll see our next objective is kind of off to the left, and I'm just going to keep running away from these guys. Our next objective is like literally right down there to the left. But instead, I kind of want to make our way around to the right here. Avoiding those guys if possible. And probably just, yeah, jumping down. And we should survive. Yeah, there we go. We'll ignore these guys, though. I do think there's one, yeah. Defective Outposts. It's kind of weird how it's defective, but whatever. Instead, I want to make my way down this way. I do find a lot of times in these episodes, this is one thing I guess I struggle with when it comes to commentary in a Let's Play. There's a lot of times when we get into battles and things like that, and I start to get distracted with what's going on in battles, I tend to kind of lose my train of thought. Though granted, I do this all the time, and I think it's partially, I think I actually have, and this is not to, a lot of people, nowadays, they like to self-diagnose themselves with problems. And real quick, I will hold this sign, and I will remember what I'm talking about, but I want to walk over here. This is the secret area, Monado Wound. Yeah, and you can see what the Monado does to Mechon material. It's quite jagged, though. It doesn't seem like it's a very sharp blade, even though, obviously, it is. But anyway, and there's some item orbs over here, and we can head all the way back over here, though, but that door won't open. But this is actually a part of Galahad Fortress, though there is actually nothing back here. We can't open that door or anything. There's nothing we can do here. Yeah, a lot of people, nowadays, especially like on social media, sometimes it seems like for attention and things like that, people will like self-diagnose themselves with problems that they really don't actually have. Though I will say, I do think that I do have some form of like ADD or ADHD, because I typically can't focus on like one topic of a conversation at a time. Obviously, if you can tell by my commentary, I tend to kind of struggle in that regard a little bit. As in, I will, and I do want to fight this unique monster, Benevolent Aim. I do want to fight this guy, because I did say I wanted to fight a lot of the unique monsters. But anyway. I've never been diagnosed, but as you can tell, most of the time, unless I'm focusing and trying really hard to remember, I tend to have a little bit of trouble kind of keeping track of my train of thought. So when having conversations and then having to jump to another conversation quickly before jumping back, that's gonna kill me. Maybe it'll attack Ricky instead or something. No, it's still attacking me. Oh, no, I'm just not dying. Why did I not use my auto shield? Oh, well. Anyway, yeah, I have a little bit of trouble keeping track of thoughts, and then I will start a topic in one video, and then, like, something will happen, and then I'll end up usually never finishing that thought or anything. So it can be a little bit of a pain sometimes. Yeah, it's a problem that I struggle with, and I try to like remember like topics of a conversation like that, I guess, when I can in an episode. Like I'm doing right now, I'm having to like really focus and try to keep track of like what's going on, because there's so many things going on that my brain, I swear, like can't focus. And I don't say that either for like any kind of pity. Like obviously, like I don't want you to like pity me. This is just a way that I commentate, and I've been doing this for a long time, and it's always been this way. I would say I've probably gotten, I don't know, I feel like I've probably honestly gotten worse. I used to not do it nearly as often. Though I will definitely say it's been the worst, and it's been worse in like Xenoblade games and stuff, I would say, in some way. And why is this gonna do more damage? And oh my gosh, that was way too close. Oh, Ricky got a level up. Ricky's higher level than us. Anyway, we're getting a lot of really good items and things like that from all these enemies. But yeah, I don't say that for pity or anything. That's something I wanted to bring up. Though I think it's gotten worse, especially as this series has gone on. Mostly because it's cutscene heavy, and I try to stay quiet during cutscenes. But anyway, maybe it's something I can work on as we continue this series, trying to focus on my train of thought, and maybe instead of focusing so much on the cutscenes, mostly because I've seen them all before, I guess, and kind of know the general story anyway myself. I can try to think about what I was gonna say next, and it's probably gonna be a better use of my time than sitting and watching the cutscenes. All of that being said, though, that's I think this is a pretty good place to end off this video. We've made quite a bit of progress, and next time we'll be heading towards our main quest objective here on Mechonis Sword inside of Sword Valley. But like I said, that's gonna do it all. It's all gonna happen in the next episode, and that's gonna do it all for this episode here. So if you guys did like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It helps the channel a lot. If you you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, also, I think maybe not trying to speak about 1,000,000 miles a minute like I normally do would also probably help with the train of thought problem.